Okay, so now we're going to go over how to build a Gantt chart using Tableau. So the first thing we're going to do is click on Data Source, Excel. We're going to choose our Excel file that we're going to be using. And then we're going to wait. Okay, so you can see here that we get a nice little preview of what our data look like. One of the first things we want to change though before we import this data set is, so we have a bunch of dates here. We want to make sure that Tableau actually reads those as dates. So in order to do that, we click up here and then we hit date, and then we're good to go on that front. So we hit sheet 1. Now to build our Gantt chart, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we've got the correct variables in the correct spots. So I like to keep the show me thing down kind of as a cheat sheet. So when we're building our Gantt chart, the first thing we want to make sure is that we have a date variable that we can use for our columns. So in my data set, the date variable was start, and in order to make it something that's actually meaningful, we're going to change it to day. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to drag what we are going to be looking at in our Gantt chart. And so that is going to be the task. So you can see here that we've got our tasks listed, we've got a bunch of dates. However, this still really isn't telling us very much. So next what we need to do is we need to create a filter. Now we're going to hold down the control key and we're going to grab onto that and drop this into filter. And Tableau will ask us, how do you want to filter on start? So we're going to click range of dates, next, and then Tableau will give us what it thinks our range is based on what our data show. We hit OK, and it doesn't look like it did anything, but we are just going to keep on keeping on. Next, what we need to do is we need for these little things right here to actually be representative of how many days each little mark represents. So we're going to pull our duration variable and we're going to drop it under size. And you can see here that this one, which is clearly shorter than this one, is much shorter in duration. This one's only 2 days, whereas this is 14 days. Next, what we want to do is we want to differentiate this based on whose job it is or responsibility it is. So we're going to take resource and we're going to drop that under color. And there we go. So if we get rid of this bad boy, you can see here that tasks that are blue are things that the client is supposed to provide. Things that are this like pinkish red are things that the consultant will do, and things that are like this mustard yellow are things that both the client and the consultant are responsible for. We have our dates down here, we have our tasks. What Tableau does by default is it will alphabetize your list for you, thinking that that's what you want. However, this Gantt chart doesn't make a whole lot of sense when these things are alphabetized. There is a way that you can sort it. If you right-click and hit sort, I still have not figured out how to just get it to sort on data source order and not do ascending. But you can also do it manually by clicking manual and rearranging them here. Or you can just move it. So, this comes first, and you can do that for all 12 tasks if you so choose. So, yeah, let's see. I wonder if we do this. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so instead of having the actual tasks listed here, we just have the task number. And that seems to have kept our Gantt chart in order, which is much, much nicer than before. Very neat. And if we want to still be able to see what that specific task is, we can just drag that task under tooltip, and voila, that tells you what the specific task is that we will be doing. And let's see. Oh goodness, okay, well, we're just not going to mess with that. So there you go. That is how you build a Gantt chart in Tableau. Much more quickly than in R.